Namaste everyone, I am Ramya Shri. Welcome to my channel Ashwin's Astrology. Next week on 2nd of October, we have annular solar eclipse which is not visible to our country India but is visible to other parts of the world like North America and South America region especially. And the full solar eclipse is visible from Argentina, the South American nation. That's why the major effects would be felt in those regions and a very minimal or less effect would be felt in the other regions including our country. So that's why a detailed video on this is definitely essential. So first I'll brief about Medini set of predictions and then I'll cover the individual moon signs also in this video. So if you want to watch only for your individual moon sign, then please refer to the timestamp provided in the description. Or if you are an astrological enthusiast, please do watch this video till the end. I hope it adds value for your studies as well. So first, let's begin with the Medini set of predictions. So on 2nd of October, this eclipse will start around 3:57 p.m. in Argentina. So as you can see on the screen, I have casted the horoscope as per this time and place. So I have taken the Argentina's has place and 3:57 p.m. at the time the solar eclipse begins. So it is Kumbha Lagna with Lagna Lord Shani in the Lagna, and this eclipse is happening in Hasta Nakshatra, Kanya Rashi. So the Kanya Rashi falls in the 8th house from the Lagna. So whenever the 8th house gets activated, it can lead to two things. Both positive and negative we have for 8th house, but generally known is the 8th house. Generally known things from the 8th house is for the sudden transformation, unpleasant changes or any mishaps also. So 8th house associated with these many planets, and also the 8th lord is in also 8th house. So the 8th lord is also afflicted kind of, because Mercury though is exalted and in a Mul Trikon Rashi, it is in an affliction with Ketu, and also is participating in this eclipse with because it's just 5-degree distance, it is very near to Ketu also. So that's why we can see the major amount of negative effects only from this. And because it is in the 8th house from the Lagna, we can expect from the Medini set of predictions, we say that 8th house represents the death of a country head. So it could be Prime Minister, President or anything. So where this eclipse is majorly visible, it can cause some amount of mishaps or some amount of problems to the Prime Minister, President or any country head of that region. But because there is Jupiter's aspect also, the benefic Jupiter's aspect, 5th aspect on the Kanya Rashi, we can see some kind of saving grace also. It may not lead to the death kind of situation, but it may lead to some unpleasant mishap or any accident which can pose a question of security threat also, or raise questions on how security is arranged also. So during this time period, the all country heads, irrespective of which region they belong to, they have to be little bit careful. And because the Lagna Lord is also Vakri in the Lagna itself, so it is because Shani is Lagna Lord only, it is good. But it is Vakri, so whenever malefic planets turn Vakri, it tends to give the malefic results even much more. So though Shani is placed in its own house, it is naturally a malefic planet. So that's why we cannot rely on that being in its house it will give good results. And Shani is placed in a 6-8 relation with Sun and Saturn. So definitely again from political point of view, there will be sudden changes in the political administrations, and also we may see sudden change in the policies also because of Jupiter influencing this eclipse also. It is giving some amount of strength to Sun actually. So it actually brings out some better changes also, I can say. But the threat or the security issues for the country head, this is not ruled out. So this one is important. And also Venus, which is a benefic planet, is around that eclipse house only, that's in the 9th house. So it is kind of a good and a pleasant time also. But because of Mars aspect on the eclipse house, we may see some sudden accidents also, or rise in because the sixth lord moon is also in the 8th house and aspected by Mars, we may see any road accidents or any natural calamities like earthquake or even the water related also. That's also possible. And these predictions are only for next 10-12 days, that is from October 2nd till October 9th or October 10th, because on October 9th Jupiter turns retrograde and it will give some different kind of effects. So this was from the Medini set, from only from a political point of view. So from Medini point of view, we may even see that the financial markets might be highly volatile because Mercury, who is the Karaka for stock markets, is bit afflicted. So we may see all of a sudden the markets may go up and all of a sudden markets may come down also. So we may see a lot happening in this first week of until Jupiter turns retrograde. So Mercury issue would be there, but once Jupiter turns retrograde, he loses the aspect on this house, and that's when we may see the major negative effects also. So that's also I'll cover this when I make a detailed video on Jupiter's retrograde. So as for now, we may not see the negative effects immediately after the eclipse, but after some time we may see, but majorly most of the negative effects would be subdued or reduced because of Jupiter's beneficial aspect. So this was from the Medini set of Medini point of view. Next, now I'll move it to the individual moon sign wise. So let's first start with Mesh Rashi. So for Mesh Rashi natives, this eclipse is happening in 6th house. So Kanya Rashi is the 6th house from your Janma Rashi. So 6th house represents Rogue, Ripu and Rin. So you would be more concerned about these three matters, and especially because 6th lord is in a 6th house only. So any sports person or anyone who are entering competitive sports or any competitive examinations, then this time would be very favorable for you. You will be able to give your best and you will be able to win and you will be successful in your endeavors as well. But people who have recurring health issues or existing health issues, you might face some unwanted issues, or again there could be relapse of those health issues as well. And especially your heart patients of Mesh Rashis, you have to be a bit careful. This time period could be a bit problematic because of Sun's affliction with Ketu. So, and also people who are expecting a surgery to happen or was postponing it or advancing it, this might be the time period it may definitely happen. So that's also one thing. So health point of view, Mesh Rashi natives should be highly careful. So next, moving ahead to Vrishab Rashi. Okay, for Mesh Rashi, career would be good, finances would be good, everything else is good because your Rashadipati Mars is in the 3rd house, so you don't have to worry. You would be very courageous, highly ambitious, everything fine, and Jupiter being in 2nd house, it is very good. Venus in 7th house, marital life is good. Saturn in 11th house, the 10th and 11th, he is giving both results because he is Vakri right now. So it is entirely perfect in all other matters. Only health is what you have to take care. Next, moving ahead to Vrishab Rashi, you have Jupiter, who is the 8th and 11th lord in your Rashi. So you are already going a lot of transformations, and this eclipse happening in 5th house. So the 5th house is where the 4th lord, the 2nd and 5th lord, Sun, Mercury, all are in conjunction along with the 3rd lord. So 2, 3, 4, 5 all are there. So your domestic matters to you the most. And during this time period you might have a lot of arguments with your mother also and with your children also. So completely from the Gharelu, the family matters, you will have a lot of problems. So you might have to take some amount of time and you have to be little bit wise in your approach, and through your wisdom you might have to solve these issues. Your Rashadipati and also the 6th lord Venus is in 6th house only. So health wise it's definitely no problems for yourself, but for your family, that is for your mother, for your children, it would be little bit problematic, which you have to take care. And from the finances point of view, you have to avoid spending much. Though Rahu in 11th house is giving you a great amount of income, but because of Mars in 2nd house, you are spending it unnecessarily and you are not saving good amount of money at all, which you should have done. So that is something you have to focus on. So that's for Vrishab Rashi. Career would be fine, finances definitely whatever I mentioned, those problems would be there. So career is definitely fine, no problem, because your Yog Karaka Shani is placed well and don't see much problems in it. So only thing they have to take care of is the health of your mother, for your children, and also on your children's progress also. Next, coming to Mithun Rashi. So for Mithun Rashi natives, this eclipse is happening in 4th house. You have a malefic Mars in your Rashi, so you're already in a very tensed or in a very frustrated kind of situation. And also because Jupiter is in 12th house, you don't have the Gurubala also. You are actually going for a very long investments, or you're making a very hurried decision as well, so which you have to avoid. And Mars is aspecting that 4th house also, being in your Rashi, and Mercury, your Rashi Adhipati, is exalted in the 4th house but also is afflicted. So even after having everything, you feel like you don't have anything. And because this eclipse is affecting your 410 axis, so it will affect your 410 axis, which is very important for the work-life balance. So the 410 axis is very important for domestic matters as well as for your work life. So both these areas will get affected. And because 4th house has this eclipse, it represents the domestic happiness, the natural happiness. And 4th house represents your bonding with your motherland. And if you're already staying away from your motherland, then this transit won't affect you much. But if you are staying in the same country where you were born and brought up, then definitely this will have some cascading impact. And during this time period, there could be emotional issues also, because 5th house Venus is in 5th house only, so that's very good for your female children. So Mithun Rashi natives who have female children, this is a very good time period for them, and also you'll be very proud of them, and you will receive a good amount of happiness also from them. So from your children point of view, it's really good, and especially female children, it is much more good, as I mentioned. So work life balance is something which will be very difficult to maintain during this time. And because of Rahu in 10th house, you are already struggling. So it is, you have become a workaholic, or you would be spending a lot of time in your workplace also. Both public and private sector, the results would be similar but with little bit of changes. So for Mithun Rashi natives, they have to stop hurrying in making decisions. They have to think 100 times before coming even for a decision, because Mars in the Rashi agitates or instigates you to do so. So that's one thing Mithun Rashi people should avoid. So that was for Mithun Rashi natives. Next, coming to Karka Rashi. So for Karka Rashi natives, this eclipse is happening in 3-9 axis. So majorly, I won't say there won't be much negative effects. It would be mainly positive effects only, because 3-9 axis, whenever Rahu Ketu sits and whenever eclipses happen, it actually brings out the fortune. It actually gives you the result for your efforts also. So artistic people of Karka Rashi who have been doing really well and who have been putting a lot of efforts and is not able to get a good amount of success, then this is the time period you will get. Though you are in though you are facing Ashtama Shani, because of 3rd Lord Mercury in 3rd house exalted, and also the 2nd Lord Sun and first your Rashi Adhipati Moon, everyone in the 3rd house. So the amount of efforts you had put, you will start receiving the results for it. So if the planets are placed well in your horoscope as well, that is, if Moon has good amount of strength and Sun is in a good strength in your individual natal birth chart horoscope, then this transit will prove to be very favorable for you, and this eclipse also will bring in good amount of fortune for you. So next, moving ahead with the Simha Rashi. So for Simha Rashi natives, this eclipse is happening in the 2nd house. So the major concern will be from the savings and finances, and also on the immediate family. Because Saturn in 7th house is already causing a lot of problems in your relations with your spouse and also with your in-laws. So now again, because of the effect on the 2nd house, which also represents family, finances, and also your speech, so you might see that most of your, before the Simha Rashi natives were able to communicate well and somehow get the hold of it, or somehow were able to win people for themselves. But now the Simha Rashi people who don't be would not be able to do that, and because the eclipse is happening in second house, there will be a major threat to your finances, that there could be a great amount of expenditures which would come in your way, because your 12th lord is coming and sitting in second house. So you might see some unnecessary expenditures and also some sudden expenditures also because of Rahu in 8th house. So the same axis, 2-8 axis will get triggered. So that's one thing you will see. Your career will go in a very smooth pace, and you won't see major changes in it. So unless and until you are in a Mahadasha, Antardasha, which is of a very good planet, you won't face much hurdles during this time period. But if the Mahadasha, Antardasha is also of a negative or not so good, then this transit, this eclipse will definitely hamper your finances and also your family relations, especially with your spouse and your in-laws as well. So that was for Simha Rashi natives. Next, coming to Kanya Rashi. So for Kanya Rashi natives, the eclipse is happening in your own Rashi and Venus in second house. It's very good. And Rahu in 7th, Saturn in 6th, and 9th Jupiter, 10th Mars. So it's good for career, it's good for finances, but for your own general health, physical or mental health, it will be a bit problematic. And not just that, this could be a bit tiresome also for you. You might have to take some unnecessary travels also. You might have to face some unwanted enemies or some kind of even allegations also. If you have any existing legal suit, you might even face problems through that also. So all these things are also promised, or all these things are also possible for Kanya Rashi natives, unless and until if you are going through good Mahadasha or Antardasha, then there will be a reduction in these results, but not a nullification. Because of Jupiter's aspect on your Rashi, if you deal things wisely, then you will be able to save yourself. So this was for Kanya Rashi. Majorly I can say that whatever the negative results are there, it will be subdued or it will be reduced because of Jupiter's aspect. But to get that reduction in results, you have to be dharmic, you have to be spiritual. So for Kanya Rashi natives, until Ketu moves out of your Rashi, be spiritual, be dharmic. After that also you have to be, but during this time period it has to be in a more intensity is what I am giving you the feedback. Next, going ahead to Tula Rashi. So Rashadipati Venus itself is in the Rashi, and also in the Navamsha he is exalted during this time period. So that's why the Venus is in a very good strength. So when the Rashi Lord itself is in a good strength, so it's a biggest plus point. Though the eclipse is happening in the 12th house, so it increases the expenditure. You might get a very big hospital bill also. So all these things are possible. Or if any Tula Rashi natives is suffering from a chronic disease and is almost at the verge of completion of their life, then this could be the time period as well. But because the Rashi Lord itself is so strong, well placed, you can avoid all of this if you make right decision. Because Mars is in 9th house for you, Jupiter is in 8th house for you. So you can't expect any mishaps or accidents happening unless and until you invite for yourself. Because though Jupiter's support is not there, no Gurubala is there, it is in 8th house. It is protecting the 8th house. So not a friend to Venus, but is a benefic planet. So it will definitely do its duty. And because of Rahu in the 6th house, it will give you very good amount of courage to fight out and to bring out better changes in your life as well. So it will give you that fighting spirit. But because of so many planetary conjunction in 12th house, though Jupiter is aspecting it, it is you who have to make the decision of fighting off all the odds and to make a better change for yourself. Because it's a very good time, because your Rashi Adhipati is in the Rashi, Jupiter is in 8th house. So both benefics in a better position for you to make the changes. So this could be the time, but majorly negative results, whatever I mentioned is there, but you have to make the decision of keeping your health intact, not spending unnecessarily. So if these things are taken care, then definitely this could be a very good time period. Next, moving ahead to Vrishchik Rashi. So for Vrishchik Rashi natives, you have the Guru Bala and that's more than enough. But the Rahu Ketu's axis in 5-11 will cause some worries towards your children, towards your education, and also on your emotional affairs. Any kind of romantic relations also could be in a bit threatening situation. not the one which is after the, like, not the marital relations. Marital relations will not have problem, but only the before ones, that is the romantic relations or any love relations, those will have problems. But in all other matters it's really good. Mars, who is the sixth lord, is in 8th house, so if you fight for what you believe, then definitely victory will be in your path. So that's a good position. And also, if you have invested in real estate matters and all, please do check things from legal point of view also. You might have some problems from there. So that's one thing. And also, because of all these planets in 11th house, you might make a very good amount of money from stock markets, but at the same time be very careful on cyber crimes, because during these days cyber crimes are rising very much, and Mercury, Ketu in such close conjunction may be one reason also, because Venus is also in 12th house. The 12th lord in 12th house is good. It's not a great position also for Vrishchik Rashi, so you have to be little bit careful from the cyber crimes, and also from your finances perspective. So rest all, it's a really good position for Vrishchik Rashi natives. Next, moving ahead to Dhanu Rashi. For Dhanu Rashi natives, this eclipse is happening in 10th house. So you will face a lot of pressure, and you might have to commit more amount of time in your workplace, and also you might feel frustrated, or you might feel dissatisfied with your job as well, both public, private sector, and also business. Okay, because of Mars in the 7th house, you will be provided with undeterred energy. You will have a lot of enthusiasm also, willingness also to do, but you might not see things favorable for you, because your 9th lord is getting afflicted in the 10th house and in the eclipse. So your managers may not be favorable for you. You may face some backlashes from them, or they might be upset because of your previous performance. So all these things will definitely add on during this moment. So this could be a bit tough time from the career point of view. But if your Mahadasha, Antardasha is good, then you'll be able to manage this. But the tough time is tough time for career for sure for Dhanu Rashi natives. Next, from the 11th house, Venus is in 11th house. So from income point of view, you will not have any problems. And also your Rashadipati is in the 6th house. So you have to wisely fight out, and your enemies would be alert. But you have to wisely fight out is the one advice I will give. And Rahu in the 4th house. So you might be a bit concerned about your mother, and also on your motherland also. That is one thing. So people who are of Dhanu Rashi, who are staying away from their motherland, that is from the country where they are born and brought up, they may not see that amount of negative results as I mentioned, but the career ones is definite across any kind of Dhanu Rashi natives, whether in motherland or outside the motherland. And also this time period might be the one where you will be in a fear also, that what if I lose the job also. But you don't have to get into that fearing mode, because the 8th lord is making connection with the 10th house. That fear would be there. And also the 12th lord, Mars in the 7th house, that also will bring out that fear, because Mars in 7th house means it is 10th from the 10th. So that is also possible for Dhanu Rashi natives, but you don't have to fear. Good things are yet to come for you. Just be a little bit patientful and be wise enough in dealing with anyone at your workplace. So next, let's move ahead to Makar Rashi. So for Makar Rashi natives, this eclipse is happening in 9th house. So 3-9 axis is what we can say. So like Karka Rashi natives, even for Makar Rashi, this will bring out good amount of effects. So any Makar Rashi native with a sick father or sick mother, they would be little bit concerned during this time period, because 4th lord Mars is in 6th house, and also the Mars disposed of Mercury is in the 9th house, and Sun, who is the natural karaka for father and also for 8th house for Makar Rashi, is in the 9th house and is in the eclipse. So your parents' health would be a major concern for you. And also during this time period, it could be in a way like you might see a sudden rise in fortune also, all of a sudden doing well also. And this time period could be very good for your children as well, because the 5th house Jupiter will aspect your 9th house. So your children may surprisingly do really well than expected. So that's also one thing noted for Makar Rashi natives. So overall seeing, it's a really good time period and a pleasant time period. Venus, the 10th lord in 10th house, that's also good. You'll get all the luxurious comforts from your career, from your higher authorities as well. And Saturn being in 2nd house, obviously finance is little bit problem, but with the time it will improve. So that was for Makar Rashi. Next, moving ahead to Kumbha Rashi. So you're already in the mid phase of Sade Sati and this eclipse happening in 8th house. So firstly, you have to take care of yourself. Your health is the biggest concern. 6th lord in 8th house is good, Viprit Rajyog, but the 7th lord is also joining. So the relations with your spouse, the relation with your in-laws, all these to be dealt utmost patience and in utmost care. So handle with care in this set of relations and in this set of areas. So because of Saturn in the Rashi, it will give you good amount of displacement from like your position in your family or at your workplace also. It is little bit better, it will improve over the time. And 9th lord is in 9th house and your 2nd lord in the 4th house, so you might receive some income from your mother or from your maternal family. And also to mention, because of 5th house in Mars, you have to be little bit careful among your emotional relations with you whom you bond really well. They can help you, they can be a support to you mentally actually. So that's one thing. And because the 10th lord Mars is in the 5th house, it's kind of creating a very good position, Raj Yoga kind of position. So your career would definitely come in handy for you. You will have good time period in your workplace as well. So for Kumbha Rashi natives, first thing is health and health. So health is the major concern, and also on your mental health is the utmost important. So mental health has to be given the utmost importance during this time, because it's very natural to break down during the Sade Sati. And for Kumbha Rashi, he is the 12th lord also, so we can expect both positive and negative results. So both eclipse and Sade Sati will give you invariable results, so we have to see this. Next, going ahead to the last Rashi, which is Meena Rashi. So for Meena Rashi natives, this eclipse is happening in 7th house. So the relations with your spouse and also 8th lord in 8th house. So it is good. You will get the support of your in-laws. There will be an unconditional support from your in-laws. But the relations with your spouse has to be dealt with a lot of patience and care. And also because of Rahu in the Rashi, you will be always in the illusion that I can do this, I can do that. No, you have to come back. Can happen because of Saturn in the 12th house and also Vakri and giving the results of 11th house. You may see that you might have to skip sleep many of the times, or you might sleep very late, a very less amount of time, or there might be a chances that on certain days you might sleep for a long time. So there will be a lot of variations in the sleeping pattern also in yours. And Mars in the 4th house, the 2nd lord in 4th house, this is quite good because you might receive some emotional and a very solid support from your mother. And because your 6th lord, 5th lord is going to 7th house, your children health will be the utmost concern. So 5th lord, 6th lord in the 7th house, your spouse health, your relations with your spouse, the health of your children, these things would be the major concern for you during this time period. Along with that, you have to maintain yourself also, because you'll be soon getting the Jupiter's retrograde effects also, because when Jupiter retrogrades in 3rd house, it will start giving the 2nd house results also. So that's also very much expected. So overall, seeing from this, Meena Rashi will definitely face major amount of negative effects, but they have to deal with it because they are already dealing with Rahu, Shani, and now with this eclipse. So it's much more big task for Meena Rashi natives. So from career point of view, it may not turn out every time. Though 10th lord is in the 3rd house, you have to put in a lot of efforts, and because Jupiter being the 10th lord, it will give unconditional benefit, unconditional results. But the 11th lord Saturn is retrograde, so it is in 12th house, so you might have to work extra hard to receive the better results. So this was for Meena Rashi. So I hope you liked the individual moon sign predictions for all the 12 moon signs. So please drop in your feedback and suggestions in comment box, and until I meet again, Thank you.